Hey everybody, welcome to Simple Diversion. My name is Graham.
My name is Rob.
This is the NewAir CC-300H. Brand spanking new to the market. Replaces the NewAir CC-300. We'll talk about what some of the features are, some of the pros and cons, how it works, and if you should buy this or not.
So Graham, for somebody who doesn't really know quite what a Wineador is or does, could you explain that a little bit?
Sure. So what a Wineador is, kind of what it sounds like, a wine fridge converted into a humidor.
Okay.
People started doing this a few years ago where they took the wine fridges because they could control the temperature to a certain extent, and they found that the refrigerator seal was really cool, really good seal, and they could store their cigars in there and they could age cigars, and companies took note of this, like NewAir, and they started making them specifically for cigars.
Wow. So these I guess, customers that bought the Wineador for their wine, or actually they probably bought it and then for their cigars, but they knew what they were, yeah. So the actual, like, NewAir, who does it for the wine or creates it for the wine, actually said, okay, well, let's get into the cigar business as well. And yeah, that's pretty coll. All right, so another question, Graham. What should people look for when selecting a Wineador?
Well, the first thing that you want to look for actually is it thermoelectric? You're best off just buying one that's already been converted to cigars, like the CC-100H, the CC-300H that we have here. But some people want to save money and they want to get a wine fridge that's cheap and then do it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but a lot of those wine fridges have the compressor type cooling system, and what happens there is A, it's louder, B, there's going to be more condensation coming off of the motor, and it's going to cause your cigars to be over humidified, mold, ruin your cigars. It has to be thermoelectric. You want to make sure that you're selecting a Wineador that's going to meet your needs as well.
Absolutely.
You know, if you have 50 cigars, you probably don't want to get this. You know, maybe start with the CC-100H.
Yeah.
Having said that, you want to get something that is going to give you enough room to grow into, because I'm sure most of you know you buy a 50 count because you have 50 cigars, and then you're already outgrowing it. You buy a 100 count.
Yeah. And next thing you know, you want more, and then you're like, wait a second, now I got to buy a new humidor or a Wineador or something.
Because if you haven't figured it out already, this hobby is kind of addicting.
Takes control.
Yeah. So you can purchase your own wine fridge, see if you can convert it. I would suggest just going with the route where it's already all done for you.
Right.
You get the wood shelves. It's made for the cigars.
Well, and it's very professionally made. I mean, the shelves look perfect.
It's a great piece, and we'll get into that in a little bit. For right now, let's talk about the specs.
Okay, perfect. The CC-300H is a 400 count, so it holds 400 cigars. 2 drawers, 4 Spanish cedar shelves with the Spanish cedar aroma, that really nice aroma.
These drawers and these shelves can be customized where you can move them in different spots.
That's cool.
However, there's 2 fans in the back to help with airflow, and that's going to be helpful because then you don't have to open up the wine fridge all the time, because you're going to have that natural airflow. You shouldn't have to rotate your cigars. So you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Exactly. But you cannot put the drawers in front of the fans because they do stick out a little bit from the back. So the drawers can go in these bottom 3 and then possibly the top.
So can you add drawers? Can you have more than just 2 in there at a time?
Yeah, so what you can do is you can go to wineadors.com. There's a couple other websites out there too. And you can order shelves, drawers, you know, whatever you want to do, you can order. However, it is about a 2.5 month wait before you actually get it. So keep that in mind. You're going to need to be patient. That's what I think we're going to plan on doing here, is get more drawers because we can store more. With the shelves, I feel like you can stack singles if you want, but it's more for boxes, putting boxes in there. Because if you open this up and then you pull out the singles, you have that risk that they're going to roll off the sides. You can also take everything out and just put boxes in, and then you could probably get maybe even 500 cigars in here. Oh, wow. Because they take up space too, so if you just used, it's 6.4 cubic feet, if you just used all of that, you got that much more room.
On the front of the Wineador, you see the nice stainless steel. I think that makes it, and very bold and just kind of sturdy. It makes it look, you know, And the nice glass here that, you know, you can see through and see everything on the inside.
That's my favorite.
I love that. You don't have to open it up to look at everything, and
I mean,
it's great.
Hence, if you have drawers, it's kind of hidden, but still, just to see it, I don't know, it's cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it has this really nice LED light that's still in there from when, you know, as a Wineador, and that's.
I don't know why they've kept that in there. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't work. It'd be nice if they lined lights up.
That would be cool.
On the sides or on the edges, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
If you have cigars in the top, it's not gonna shine down to anything else. So there is no other light in it.
Yeah.
You can set this between 54 degrees and 74 degrees, although I would recommend somewhere in the range of 60 to 70.
Okay.
Here we have up and down for temperature. And it'll show you the digital temperature right there, and then you have your light button. I've heard the CC-300 was loud.
Okay.
We can barely hear this running.
Yeah, I can't hear anything, to be honest.
Maybe when it kicks in, you might hear it a little bit, but if you have the TV
so the fans aren't on the whole time.
Nope.
Only when it needs to.
Only when it needs to get to that temperature.
Okay,
correct.
Did the last CC-300 have a lock?
It did not.
No? Okay.
So that's one of the new features. The biggest features that this now heats and cools. But also, I think the lock is a really nice touch because we both have small children.
Oh yeah.
And we don't want little hands getting to where they're not supposed to be.
Right.
My daughter already goes for bottles of whiskey. Not that I keep them around her, but like if for some reason they're just magnets to what they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Another difference between the 300H and the 300 is on the old model they had an analog hygrometer.
Okay, yeah.
In the drawer. They got rid of that and they just have this like burned in NewAir logo, which I think is really cool.
I like that.
Really nice touch. Thank you, NewAir, for getting rid of that analog hygrometer. If you've been around cigars for a while, you know that you can't trust those.
Right.
You need to get digital or a Boveda Butler or something like that. So it's only on NewAir right now and it's $600. You can get the old models on like Amazon for $350. So hopefully the price does come down a little bit. In my opinion, if I had the money, $400 would be kind of my top end for something like this.
But I think it's great. If I had the money, I would probably go after it. I think it's well worth it for the price.
We haven't tested it out quite yet for the total capacity, but we at least have 200, 250 cigars in here.
Yeah.
And it's still pretty roomy. This also is going to have like an actual refrigerator type seal. It's a magnetic seal.
Yeah. And
it's got it's like a gasket.
Oh, that's nice.
The only thing to open it, because it is magnetic.
That aroma.
Yeah, you might slide the whole unit, so you kind of have to separate it with your fingers.
Yeah.
You know, if you just pull, you're going to pull the whole unit, so keep that in mind. I've actually had problems, I don't even want to say problems, but in the past, trying to keep my humidity down.
Yeah.
It does come with a drain hole that's plugged from the manufacturer, and if you're having problems keeping your humidity under 70, 72, you can open that to let a little bit out, and you shouldn't have any problems.
So Graham, for everybody else out there, and myself included, I know it heats and cools, which we've talked about. Does it humidify the cigars for you?
Yeah, so this thing is pretty sweet and pretty much does almost everything for you, but you do still need to bring your own humidity to the unit, whether that be the Cigar Oasis, Boveda packs, or the Heartfelt beads. I prefer the Boveda packs, kind of set it and forget it type of thing. Let's talk about some of our pros and cons, and we'll start with the pros.
We can start with you don't have to worry about the temperature.
That's nice.
You know, so that's really good.
You know, a lot of people, they have these in their basement or their man cave, so you know, temperatures change in basements, and this is a really nice piece that you don't have to worry about.
Especially in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Another thing too is, I mean, it's huge. You have a lot of room.
It's huge.
You have a lot of room to fit a lot of cigars. 400, you know?
For the most part, the shelves are customizable. You can kind of put them in a different order than what they come in. You can also order customizable shelves from Wineadors.com, so you can put 6 drawers in if you want, or 6 shelves, or mix and match. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The door locks would be another pro.
That's a pro, yeah.
It's not a great lock. It's kind of just like a hex key or whatever, but you know, anything is better than just having it vulnerable for little children hands, or you know, you never know. So it's always good to have lock and key. I
would say that the tight seal that we've talked about previously as well is a big pro.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to worry about, even if you didn't have a lock, it wouldn't just open up randomly. You know,
it's airtight.
It's airtight. It's
the appearance of it,
yeah,
it looks nice. It's something you can show off to your friends and be proud of. It's very quiet.
Yep. Very
you
quiet.
can hear it. You can hear it humming a little bit, but it's
hear it. Yeah. But it's not going to keep you up at night, or you know,
it actually
bother you during
put you to sleep.
It might.
That little hum. So lots of pros to this thing. Let's talk about some of the cons, or where maybe this fell short. I do wish it came with more drawers and less shelves, but my cigar needs might be different than yours. You might have more boxes of cigars. I tend to collect more singles.
Right.
So I get it, you know.
Well, and I can see too that they put it out like this. They sell it this way so that you can see more of the cigars on the outside, and people might want to show that off rather than having to open it.
Exactly.
With a drawer. But yes, I would say that one more drawer, 3 drawers.
3 or 3. Great. Yeah, just even it out.
3 and 3. The LED light, even though it is, you know, I guess I probably like it a little bit more than maybe you, but you're right.
I would like it if something was
around
lighting the whole thing up.
That would be sweet.
Might drive the price up too, so I get it.
Oh yeah.
But it's a con.
It's a con.
I hate even bringing it up, but like, and it's not a big deal to open it, but if I just want to open it, it might slide the whole thing.
But if you didn't do it that way, then it wouldn't be as tightly sealed.
I was just going to say, it's the price you pay for the airtight seal, so it's not a big deal. The other con would be that I can't put the drawers exactly where I want them.
Because of the fan.
Because
you mentioned.
But again, none of those seem like deal breakers.
Right, and all of those are just kind of like to help you guys out, whoever's thinking about buying one of these. We want to make sure that we're honest with you as well with the pros and the cons, if any cons. And you know, sometimes you just got to nitpick.
Overall, it's still a really well built machine, really nice looking, great functionality.
1 to 10, what would you rate it?
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
About an 8.5.
Because it is nice. I'm really excited about it. So
yeah, and I would probably
I'll give it a 9.
Okay, let's take the other ones out. Yeah. I'd give it a 9 as well, and the reason that is I mean, there's always room for improvement, right?
There is
always, but at the same time, it is definitely an A in my book. The way I do 90 to 100 is an A. Okay, so it's definitely an A in my book. I'd give it a 9.0. I mean, it's sexy.
Thank you to NewAir for sending us this bad boy to review, and we are working on getting you guys a discount code for the website so that you can buy one of these for hopefully a cheaper price. So we are working on that. If we get that, we're going to put it in the description, and go over to NewAir.com and you can purchase one of these.
Very nice.
You can also purchase the CC-300H, which we have already reviewed in the past. So check that video out as well.
Hit the link in the bio. One more question. Sure. Obviously, it's a 9.0 for both of us. There's plenty more pros than there are cons, but I have to ask, Graham, would you recommend this to the viewers?
Most definitely. If you can afford this, or if you have, like I see guys with the huge cabinet humidors, and you know, we only dream to be that. I think this is like our cabinet humidor for what we actually can do. Like our realistic cabinet humidor. Like, this is pretty sweet. I've been wanting this for quite a while. And something this size, and yeah, really excited about it. Really think NewAir puts really good products out there, really dependable products that you don't have to worry about.
Next thing is you're going to want to make your walk-in closet a walk-in humidor.
Exactly.
Your wife would love that.
All right, guys, this was the NewAir CC-300H, and we are Simple Diversion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget
to like, subscribe, hit the bell so that you know so you're notified to when there is a new video, and make sure you hit the like button. I already said that, but just do it. Unless you don't like the video, then
just leave.
Just leave. Don't dislike.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we will see you soon.
See you soon.